Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another haul. This is a smaller haul, and this actually will involve some hair care items that I got and some cosmetics that I got. So basically these two brands that I'm going to talk about are two of my favorite brands. One of them I have been using literally since the first time I decided to go natural, which was back in 2008, and I have been buying their products ever since. I mean, of course I buy tons of other products and brands over the years, but this one I always come back to. And the second one is more of a more recent discovery, in that this is a new company. They're only 2 years old, and I have actually done another haul and another review of some of their other products in the past. I'll make sure and link that down below in the information bar. And of course I will have a blog post with swatches and with pictures of these products, with the pricing, where you can find them, all that information. So, you know, with that being said, if you haven't followed me on social media, Instagram, Pinterest, my email newsletter, Facebook, Twitter, you know, check me out and link me up now. So here is to the haul. I'll start with the hair stuff, and this is from one of my favorite companies, Oyin Handmade. They are a company based out of, I think, Baltimore, Maryland, and they've been one of the OGs in the natural hair game, when most companies didn't cater for people who had curly hair, kinky hair, coily hair, hair that was inherently very dry. This company started out small, and now they have amazing selection of products, and they're actually available now in Target, many beauty supply stores, as well as their own website. So I got 4 items from them. They had a sale over the Memorial Day weekend, so I used that opportunity to pick up some stuff that I was, you know, missing. First thing is the Frank Juice. Frank Juice is a daily spritzer that you put in your hair, especially if you have locks. This is very good. It comes in 3 different scents, but this one is my favorite because this one it's frankincense and myrrh scented. The other ones I think are Greg Juice, which is more citrusy, and Juices and Berries, which is what I had originally started buying, which is more fruity. But this one, I use this all the time, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, just to re-wet my hair. And even when I am doing my twists that I have in right now, I use this to re-wet the hair so that my hair is damp. It's just a fantastic product. The second thing I picked up is literally a product that I will not live without, and this is the burnt sugar pomade. It's a hair humectant pomade. Basically, it's what I put on my hair to keep the flyaways, keep my hair looking neat, to keep away the flyaways, and just because it smells fantastic. So this is what the container looks like. It's the burnt sugar pomade, and this smells like burnt sugar. Absolutely phenomenal. I buy it just so that I can smell it, but I will usually use this, put a little bit on my fingers, and I can put this on my edges, and then I can tie my hair down when I go to sleep, or when I put in my twists originally. This is what I use to kind of smooth out the hair a little bit. So that's that. The next thing is actually one of my favorite conditioners. This one is the Honey Hemp Conditioner, and it's for detangling and moisturizing. I got this in the 16-ounce size, so this should last me a few months. Absolutely fantastic. It's great for detangling. It is great to use as a leave-in. Back in the day, I used to just mix this with a little bit more aloe vera juice and use this as a daily spritzer sometimes. It's fantastic. If you go to the beach, put this in your hair before you get into the water to help protect the hair. So put this in, and then you can put a little bit of oil over that to seal it. I usually use coconut oil or olive oil or whatever oil I have kind of available, and this is great conditioner. It's not a cheap conditioner, but is absolutely worth every penny. And the last thing I got, which I have already started using, is the After Bath Luxurious Natural Body Oil. It's getting warmer here in New York and I love body oil. I usually kind of use it in conjunction with a body butter or a body lotion, or sometimes I use it on its own, but this one is their cocoa mango scent, my absolutely favorite scent. There's one that smells like, I think it's called cedar fig, which is also really good, and there's a rich almond that I haven't tried yet, but that, you know, probably will smell good, and it also comes in an unscented version. So this is fantastic. So that's the stuff that I got from Oyin, and that's all the hair and body stuff that I got. The next set of items that I got are from ColourPop. ColourPop is all the rage, and I decided to buy some items that I had been looking at recently. I'm looking down at my stash right now. So the first set of things that I got were their newly released brow pencils. So they come in this box. This box has a lavender and a lavender color on the ends of the boxes, and I think it comes in 8 different shades. Is it? Let's see what they say. It's either 6 or 8 shades it comes in. So it says it's a cream gel formula that gives precise application. It glides on smoothly and adheres to the skin to give 10+ hours of wear. And it has a micro tip that creates natural hair-like application for multiple brow looks. Actually, their new brow products actually comes in both. If you can see this, it comes in both pencil and gel pots. And they say both formulas are water resistant, they contain vitamin E, and are available in 8 chic shades. So I actually picked up 2 shades, and I love that they have cards for their different products, because it takes me back to the days when MAC used to bring out a postcard for every collection that people started collecting and trading. It was fantastic. I love these cards. I love making collages out of these cards. But anyway, so I picked up 2 of their colors, and these are the second and the third to darkest colors. There's one color that is darker than the ones that I got, and then of course there are lighter colors, including 2 colors for people that have naturally red hair. So if you have a redhead, check them out, because they actually would probably work on you. So these are the 2 that I bought. Right, they're very thin. They remind me of the Anastasia pencils, the MAC pencils. They're very, very thin. The color of the product is at the end, so you can see from here. Let me just come a little bit closer. Right, you can see from here. And they also come with spoolies at the end. I love this as well. Spoolies are very thin, very small spoolie, so you can really get into the brow. And then this has a tip that is, I don't think this is a retractable tip, but it's a micro tip. So it really, you're really allowed to get really close to the skin and create very light, feathery, natural hair-like. You can draw that in. And I actually used one of these pencils today. I bought this dark one, which is called Black and Brown. So it's really a black and the brown. It's a very dark color, and I use this in my eyebrows because I wanted to darken up my eyebrows a little bit. So I have this together with some brow gel from MAC, their waterproof brow gel, and I like it. Very smooth, very creamy, was very easy to use. Sometimes, you know, brow products can be too gray, because it's of course advisable to use products that have a slight bit of gray in them, but sometimes brow products are too gray, so it makes my brows look a little bit too ashy. But this one is good. The other one that I picked up was Bangin' Brown. So this is slightly lighter, and it's probably what I'm going to use during the week to go to work. But you know, you have these 2 products. I don't remember how much these cost, but you know, I'll have links to all the products in my blog post, so you can just check those out. But I think these are $5 if I'm not mistaken. These are $5. So if you're looking for budget friendly products that are really good in quality, check out ColourPop. So those are the brow products. The next set of things that I got were 3 eyeshadows. So I got 3 eyeshadows here, and as you know, ColourPop, their eyeshadows are gel based. They're gel powder formula, so they feel very spongy when you touch them, and they go on very smoothly because of the gel like texture that they have. And it comes in a variety of finishes. Some of them are matte. So one of them that I got is pearlized, one is matte, and then one is metallic. So I'm going to talk first about this special one. It comes in the purple packaging, which I love. This is actually their anniversary birthday boy eyeshadow. So this was limited edition. You got it only if you ordered during their birthday celebration, and this is a taupey color with a silvery sheen to it. I'm going to give you like a mini swatch here. So this color is not available anymore, but just so that you can see what it looks like, right? And this one is a metallic finish. The other one that I got, I think this one is part of their permanent collection, and this one is called Mooning. An absolutely gorgeous color. It reminds me of the color of coffee, like coffee beans. So it's a very deep bronze color that has a reddish, pinkish, reddish, and yellowish pearl to it. So this is what it looks like. Amazing for people who have dark skin, just as an overall eyeshadow color to put just all over your lid. And I'm going to do a little bit of a swatch. For me personally, I find this brand works best if you use your fingers. Yes, you can use brushes, but look at that color. I mean, very smooth, and it's pearlized, so the glitter is not very chunky, but it's absolutely amazing. I love this color. It's very, very, very smooth. It applies very well. It gives you even coverage, so sometimes when you put on eyeshadows, it looks a little bit splotchy, but this one goes on very evenly. It's a fantastic color. I am definitely going to be wearing this, you know, during the summer, of course, because it looks amazing on dark skin. People who have, I would say, tan to very dark skin, this will look best on. But of course, if you're lighter than that, you can absolutely use this as well, because of course this will make an amazing smoky eye. So that's that. This is Mooning. I would highly recommend this color to you, and I think it's part of their permanent collection. The last color that I got is actually from a limited edition collaboration that was done with Karuchi, I think is her name, Karuchi Tran. I can't tell you anything about her. I have no idea who she is. I don't know who she is, but she's a woman of color, and she came out with her own collection called K-pop, and this particular color is called Crenshaw. So the other thing that's different about the packaging is that instead of having the lettering done in silver, this is done in a kind of a rose gold lettering, and this is Crenshaw, a medium tone brown. Let's refocus, right, a medium tone brown that has very strong yellow undertones. I have been looking for colors that I can put on my lid that basically look like my skin. I'm wearing one of those colors right now. This is also from ColourPop, and this is from the Rumor Willis collaboration that they did called, I think it's called Illuminate. I think it's called Illuminate, but that was limited edition, and I unfortunately didn't get a backup, and it's absolutely my favorite color. And I think this color comes a little bit closer. I think this one's a little bit darker, but it has that same yellow undertone. Oh my god, I love this color. This is going to be my everyday. I mean, it's so hard to see. Look at that. It basically looks like my skin. I put it on my finger so you can see, and then this is the swatch. It's right here. I mean, look at, I mean, it's basically a slightly yellowed. It looks like a medium brown, then they added some mustard to it. It's a little bit yellow, a little bit green. Yeah, I am going to have to get a backup of this, and I would suggest that if you are medium to dark skin, you get a backup of get this as well. Fantastic. All three of those colors applied great using the fingers. It gives you the most opaque coverage. They also work very well using brushes, but I would suggest that you use synthetic brushes because they are better able to handle creamy products, because natural hair bristle brushes tend to break sometimes when they get used in creamy products. So if you have trouble applying these kinds of gel cream products with your brushes, make sure that you're using, you know, synthetic brushes. Good. So that's that. The last things that I got, this is the end of, almost the end of the video, are some more of their lippy sticks. Actually, hold on, wait a second, I am missing something. So yeah, I'll talk about the lippy sticks, but it's not the last thing, it's the second to last thing. So I picked up, they actually recently released their Matte X formula. So I got 4 of them, and this is supposed to be the ultra matte formulation. As I said before, I picked up 4 of them. So I'm going to start with, this one is called Backup, and it's in their Matte X formula. Look at that. I mean, a reddish purple calling my name. Look at that. But to give you a swatch here, right? Very, 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 very creamy. And look at that. I mean, if you're looking to wear a slightly darker purple in the summer, this might be it. This is an absolutely gorgeous color. Again, I will have more close-up swatches on how they look on me on my blog. And that one is called Backup. The next one that I picked up, I am always on the hunt for a great orange color, and this one is called Booty. B-O-O-T-I-E. A very bright orangey red color. So, swatch. And that's that color. Look at how bright that is. It's mostly orange, but it does have a touch of red. So that is Booty in their Matte X formula. The next one is called Trust Me, and this is almost a cherry red. Look at that color. Cherry red color. This is more of a, definitely more of a true red. So this is the first one that I got, which was Backup, Booty, Trust Me. So you can definitely see the difference in those colors. And the last one, which I think is the most subtle out of all of them, is called Love Life, and it's again from their Matte X collection. Another red, but this red is a little bit more muted. It reminds me, I think it's called Alhambra, if I'm not mistaken, from NARS in their pure matte lipstick collection. I might have that name wrong, but again, all of these formulas are very, very, very creamy. So you can see it's just more of a muted red. I actually am wearing this right now, but I also mixed it in with a little bit of Cruella pencil from NARS, but they're basically they're very, very similar colors, so you can get an idea of what it looks like on my lips. And this is Love Life. So as you can see, this is what it looks like on dark skin. And this is really the last thing. I picked up their Ultra Satin Lip color in the color called Tansy, T-A-N-S-Y. And this is nude for dark skin, of course. Comes with a 2-foot applicator. And let me see if I can find a spot to put this on. very creamy, and this is it right here. A really wonderful, wonderful, I would say this is the color of milk chocolate, and it's a satin finish, so it dries down semi-matte. I would say it never really fully goes matte, at least it never really fully went matte on me. It's more of a subtle matte. So you know, sometimes matte lip colors tend to be very drying because they suck all any like energy out of your lips because they're so drying. This one is a lot more wearable for people who don't like that. Yeah, now you can see, for people who don't like that very ultra matte lip color or lip texture, this one is one to try. It does dry down matte, but not super uber matte, but it does take a while to dry down. As you see, it's still very shiny. It doesn't look this shiny after hours of wear. It does tend to be more of a matte finish. And this is Tansy, and this is their Ultra Lip Satin, and that is really it. That's what I hauled. This is what I got, and let me know if you want to see more in-depth reviews, if you want to see me trying some of them on, and especially of the hair stuff, because I don't think I have a lot of hair products on my YouTube channel yet. So whatever suggestions you have, let me know. I am trying to churn out as many of these videos as I can, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, sign up to all of my social media platforms, especially my newsletter, because that's when you'll know when I have a new video out, a new blog post out, or just anything that I'm thinking about. So I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely check out these two brands, because they're both from small businesses, small independent companies. One of them is woman owned and one of them is minority owned, and I love supporting those kinds of companies, and they actually have really good products. So definitely check them out and let me know what you think. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.